Today, I want to say thank you. Thank you to you, to everybody watching this, and to everybody who has helped support my attachment brand. We have done so much work today and so much work this year, and we will do so much more work next year. There is so much going on right now, and I can't wait to share all of it with you inside this video. There's going to be some things in here you probably didn't even know, but I'm going to show you some behind the scenes facts that are pretty cool. And by the end of this video, I'm going to share an incredible bonus that's going to save you $2,000. It's got $1,200 in bonuses in it. Do not miss that at the end of this video, but this video is not about me. It's about you. Thank you so much for all the support you've given me this year. Let's talk about what has actually happened so that you know what cool stuff has been going on. So first is the nitty gritty. Everyone wants to know all about the platforms and the numbers and the boosts. And yes, we hit 240,000 subscribers over on TikTok. Yes, we've hit 13,000 subscribers here on YouTube. Yes, on Twitter, we are at 34,000. I think we're almost at 35,000 now. Instagram, we hit 5,000 followers. And I can't wait to hit 10,000 because that unlocks whole new features, all kinds of stuff, and better ways to teach people about attachment. My Twitter went dark at the beginning of the year. You might have noticed I was focusing so much on other platforms that I don't want to say I forgot, but it takes a lot of work to focus in on different platforms. I don't know if you've ever run 4 or 5 different platforms simultaneously, but it takes a lot of work. I've got my Twitter up and running again, and I'm blasting out attachment tweets all day long. And if you missed it, a few of them have caught national attention. Some of them got me in a little bit of hot water, which is actually kind of fun. And some of them really caught big time attention and started good conversations. My tweet specifically about male depression really was picked up by the media. First, it went on something called bad media or bad medical takes, where they tried to make fun of me, but they only amplified the message, which then got put on based media takes, which then got turned around and spread through a number of political commentators and social commentators who picked it up from there. So it just exploded everywhere. I was memed all over the internet, which is just fascinating. I found myself discussed on podcasts and on television shows. I was taken on to Lauren Southern's podcast to discuss it with almost 1 million listeners. It was an incredible experience, but what made it fun for me and made it really heartwarming for me, more than fun, was getting the message out about male depression, about how many of the men in our lives are silently suffering. Did you know about 3 in 4 suicides are men? 75%. 75% of men. Did you know that about 90% of the homeless population is men? Did you know men are more than twice as likely to die by violent attacks and violent threats from other people? Did you know that? Men are unfortunately brutalized in our society, and there's a message that men are not. Men are great. Everything is wonderful and run by men. Well, it's run by some men, but the majority of men are actually being left behind. And a lot of the men here watching this, and a lot of the people, women watching this who have men in their lives, you know somebody who is struggling. You know someone who is lost and alone. I had a gigantic community post on here that hit 44,000 likes, which is overwhelming to think about, but it was all about male depression and how it's just not really looked at. Men don't get to complain. Men don't get to whine about their feelings and their pain. They have to buck it up and suck it up, so to speak, and get out there and live their life and continue working and producing. And that's not what most of us want for the men in our lives, but that is the message sent by the larger society. That message went out and we challenged it. And you helping me support that, blast that out on here, blast that out on Twitter. We started a conversation together. I don't look at this as, oh, my work, my platforms. Yes, I'm creating the content, but we are all responsible for boosting that message and spreading it. My messages can go nowhere without you helping support it. And I appreciate that so much. Thank you so much for the work you have done, supporting these messages so that they can get out so we can start these conversations. Speaking of supporting, you might know that I have a team called Veritas behind me. We did an interview previously on this channel with Andrei Korokov, who was the president, one of the presidents of the company. There's another gentleman who prefers to remain in the shadows, but he is wonderful as well. And he runs their tech side, and he has diligently trained me on every platform. So if I have got better and better as we have gone, thank the other gentleman. Have we said his name? Well, Matt. His name is Matt. Secret Matt, wherever you are, thank you for all of your training and helping me. You guys might have noticed that my Instagram stories have got better. This is getting better. He's putting together a lot of this. He's got a team under him. My TikToks are getting more and more fun. He's actually teaching me to do fun ones, and those are spiking. We hit just 2 weeks ago, we hit 2.8 million views on a TikTok reply that I made in about 30 seconds. I happened to be sitting there and said, hey, this would be a great reply to a comment, and I just popped it out. Almost 3 million views on that, just on that one video alone. So thank you, Matt. Thank you, everybody on the team, for his helping. And everybody here who is watching, thank you again for supporting that message. I could not get 3 million views on a video unless there were 3 million people watching it, sharing it, talking about it. That's what is so great, is the conversations we are starting on these different platforms. Here on YouTube, the conversation is exploding. Have you noticed all the videos spiking? Interestingly, I have had a mostly male audience here until the last month, when all of a sudden a bunch of videos spiked over on TikTok and pulled more of a female audience. I believe it's tough to pin down exactly, but the research seems to show maybe 50-50 between men and women here on this channel now. So we are really appealing to everybody in a good way. I see some of the comments, people fighting, the reactionaries fighting each other in the comments, but by and large, the most comments I see on this channel are thank you for spreading the message. Thank you for having this talk. My brother is affected by this. My sister needs to hear this. I have shared this with my family. They're getting better and better. All the platforms are growing. Everything is growing. So everybody out there who has sent me messages saying, Adam, I love what you do. Please don't ever stop. It doesn't sound like I could stop now if I wanted to, because the platforms are growing like almost out of control. We've had to hire some people. I had to hire a person to come in and handle some of the pieces on one of the platforms, a couple of them, just because commenting and managing the inflow has become so huge. So I get to see those comments. They get pulled in. I just have an admin who's helping me now on that. My wife has had to come in now and manage some admin tasks and manage accounting. And my son is 6 years old, but he's not old enough quite yet. But when he does get there, I'm sure he'll help with the family business. We're almost running like a general store here with the family. But thank you. We could not do this. I could not employ people. We could not employ a whole team. We could not be feeding families behind the scenes. People don't realize how much... Yes, we make money on the products, but people don't realize how many mouths you are feeding when you buy a book. When you buy a book from me, how many mouths that goes to feed. How many kids are back here on the back end in our families that we're taking care of. You are supporting many families here on the back end. Many families, many young families too. So thank you for your work. Do I sound thankful? Because I am, with all of my heart. I wake up every day and I say, how can we do something really cool today that's going to help some people and save some lives and turn things around for families and individuals in the next couple of years and the next decades? How can we do this? You are helping me with that, and I appreciate that. So enough talk with the numbers and the platforms. What have we done for people? Well, I have got flooded with DMs of people sharing their personal stories. Of course, I have my coaching clients who remain confidential. I have my private community of people making changes. And then I've just got people leaving wonderful comments. And yes, I read those comments. You guys, thank you so much. Plus, my email is saturated with it. And I love that. If you want to share and email me with me real quick, by the way, I'm going to drop it down here or drop it in the description, or there's tons of ways to contact me, but support@adamlanesmith.com. If you want to write to me, support@adamlanesmith.com. Email me your questions. Email me whatever you need, or thank yous, or angry letters. Whatever you've got, send it to support@adamlanesmith.com. I'd love to talk with you. If you have questions about attachment or your next steps for fixing, I'll help you there too. But people, I have had so many people flooding with good messages about the hard work they are doing in their attachment. How they take, Adam, I read your book. I read Slaying Your Fear, and it has opened my eyes. Usually what people pull from that is hope. I now have hope for the first time that I can get better. And they take that hope and that spark of hope, and they do such incredible work in fixing their life and connecting with their loved ones. And they are no longer afraid of their life. They can face the problems and face the fears and do what needs to be done. And I love that. I love seeing those stories. Those are incredible. Everybody out there who's done that, power to you. I'm proud of you for doing that work. It is hard work, and you're doing it. I know, because I did that attachment work myself as a young man. I didn't have anyone to help me. That's what has driven me to create these resources, and that's what's driving me now to do this and to continue talking and giving support where I can. So thank you. Keep doing your good work. We put out my course, and I've seen attachment. People don't comment openly about the course. They tend to DM me very privately, very discreetly. So if anyone out there wants their story shared, I'd appreciate that. I need some good testimonials and reviews, but I'm not going to blow out the people's names who have done this, but people who've contacted me privately about the course. Adam, I took your course with my wife. I didn't think our marriage was fixable. It got worse briefly because we were finally talking about things, but we were fighting all the time. We started fighting after watching your course, but then something happened. We started cooperating. We started seeing eye to eye. We actually started agreeing on some things. We agreed on the long-term goals like you laid out in that course, and we started fixing our marriage, and we started talking, and then we started kind of like snuggling on the couch. Like I'd just be sitting there and she'd want to sit closer to me than usual. And then we started spending time together, and then we were holding hands, and what is happening? I love those what is happening messages that I get from people. What is happening? Why is this taking place? You said it would, but it seems suspicious. I love those. And I write back and I say, you're on the right path. You are on the right path. It's working because you are doing the work. You are doing the work and facing your fears. That's why you're getting those good results. They're not just magic and it's not random. Talk to them, talk to your partner, and tell them how much you enjoy the changes that you're experiencing and work together as a team to protect those changes. That has been from the course. I love it. I built that course thinking individuals would watch it, but couples, it has become such an enormous benefit for couples to go through my attachment bootcamp video course together and do that training. And that is something you guys are helping. Again, every time you guys help me support and support me on this, I can focus on getting that message out. When you retweet something on Twitter or you blast something out for me, it helps couples find those resources and get their marriage fixed. Sometimes after 10 or 20 years of pain, sometimes to help their kids in time for their kids not to grow up messed up and afraid of love. That's what you guys are helping me do. What else are we doing with my community? So my private community has grown. I think last time I checked, there was 58 of us in there or something like that, which is pretty good for the very first year of a group with no testimonials like anywhere, no group testimonials, no group reviews because everyone's very private, and we still have grown to 58 people. That's incredible for the first year of a private community. In our group, there are people, let me think, what are some big wins that I can share that are still maintain confidentiality? Okay, the best wins is people with their teens who the other parent was horrible. And they're raising their teens, and their teens are slowly turning from difficult behaviors and anger and angry teens and frustration heading into depression. And they turn back and form a cooperative, loving family where they're not fighting, not screaming. It's not perfect. They're working on those problems together as a family and staying together. They're not waiting to 18 so they can scatter and get out of each other's lives. They're staying together and building together as a family so they're stronger than ever. And they're healing those wounds. That has been one incredible change. Inside my community, a ton of men coming in with red pill beliefs saying, Adam, there's something not right about red pill and I can't put my finger on it. I want a better way to relate to women because I'd love to get married. Is that possible? And they come in and they work with me. They work with the other men who are detoxing from red pill, but they also see the women in there. The women who are just like, yeah, I'm somebody's mom. And they're like, can I ask you about being a woman? And they do. And the conversations, the unfiltered, so honest, so good faith conversations of, is this true? Is this belief true? Is this thing about women true? Is this thing about women true? And the women are very kind. No, that's not true. Here's how it actually is. Here's what women actually want when they're stable and loving and supportive. Here's how it really is. Here's the real problems that we actually see. Here's what's behind those behaviors other people comment on and make things about. And then the women can return those things right back to the men. What are men in here actually looking for? Do any of you actually want to get married? And all the men, yes. What would make you want to get married? And the men lay out exactly what would make them want to get married. And the men and women healing back and forth, finding realistic expectations, and then finding realistic, loving, stable, balanced, cooperative partners in their lives based on what they have learned from the group. Sometimes after years of promiscuous behaviors or loneliness or isolation, whatever it is, whatever extreme, finding that connection. That has been a big change inside my community. In my coaching, in my private coaching, what has changed inside my private coaching? Oh, man. I have been so blessed to work with such a variety of people in life. I've got people at billion-dollar corporations, executive-level people and leaders at billion-dollar corporations coming in, working on their attachment and their relationships, and trying to get tactical advice with workplace issues as well. And of course, everything's confidential, so I'm not going to spread details, but coming in and fixing things at the upper levels of companies so that you can get good attachment behaviors, in big, giant billion-dollar corporations. Imagine if the big billion-dollar corporations in America all started working with better attachment at the upper levels. What do you think that might change? Instead of treating people like cogs in a machine, if they started working with good attachment and good cooperative, compassionate principles at the top levels, actually meaning them instead of just having a mission statement. That's what you guys are helping me do. As you guys support me through all of this, the word gets out and higher level people keep hiring me. But you know what? It's not just like the upper crust that I'm working with. It's also everyday families. It's everyday people. They save up some money and they grab a coaching session with me. And then we run through to make it the best coaching session they've ever had in their life. Because I want to honor that for them. If they've spent that money, honor it and make it the best experience and the most valuable that they can. Don't just say, oh, come back for 20 more. Do it. get it done. So I have people coming, factory workers right off the line. Adam, I saved up and I bought this coaching session. Here's what I need. How can you help me? Okay, let's grind through this. Can you afford another session in a couple of months? Yeah, I probably could. Okay, so let's maximize this one now and get you all the work you need for the next couple of months. And we do it. Everybody. People are coming to me from all walks of life, and it's fantastic. It is wonderful to be able to work with those people. It is an honor, and it is an honor to help them turn their lives around in a couple of sessions. Do some people stick on and on and on? Yeah. Some people have a lot of work to do. Do some people come in for a couple of sessions and then move into the community? Absolutely. That's a great way to do it. Do some people come in for 1 or 2 sessions, get what they need, and jump back out and start doing their work on their own? Yes. I offer everything for everyone. But the groups and the changes that are happening through all of these, I did not dream when I made these products and these offers, and when the company Veritas helped me really form some of these too. I didn't dream we would be touching this many lives. We are over 250,000 followers so far. I have 250,000 followers just on TikTok alone. I think we're at about 300,000 followers across all platforms. Now that's just followers. When I spread the message, when you help me spread the message, it goes out to 1 million people. It goes out to, like that video, 3 million people, 5 million people. The reach of this network that you guys have helped me build is millions of people. And then it hits big media networks who want to talk about it, and millions and millions and millions more hear it. So thank you for the work you are doing. What we have done here today and talked about with these people, these changes that are happening in people's lives as they're overcoming years of pain, loneliness, sadness, fear, loss, alienation, and they connect to the people in their lives and they finally are not afraid. The avoidant people who don't hurt anybody, they connect and they find deep love and they finally believe that other people are capable of working in good faith and their hope in humanity is restored, at least for a few people that they can finally trust in their life to alleviate their fears. That is what you are helping me do. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, what is going to happen in the year ahead? I can't even imagine. I started all of this a year ago in October 2021 with Veritas, and we launched our first TikTok things, and we got 170,000 followers. That's what it was, 170,000 followers in about 8 weeks. Just prior to that, beginning of October last year, I could not have imagined where we would be right now. So I cannot imagine what we'll be a year from now. But what I want over the next year is to deepen my community, to really grow my community so that people get everything they need when they pop in. Now when people pop in, they're greeted, hey, it's you. Hey, let's have this. Here's what you need to learn. What are the first couple steps you want to learn? Hey, if you want to be on a video call, cool. You want to leave your camera off? You want to lurk? That's all good too. Lurk for the first 3 months if you need to, but come out and talk when you're ready. And we connect and we jump in and we start building. My community is the one thing I really want to grow over this next year. So anybody watching this, if you want to use code YouTube20 and click the link down in the description, you can find the description in there, the link to my private community, the attachment circle. Jump in. I'd love to grow that community with you and work with you in there. That would be a dream come true for me. But that's what I want to grow this next year as a community, because that's changing lives. And I want to coach more people. I love doing that. So I'm going to find ways to coach people and make it helpful for people who may be working on a budget. I'm considering maybe opening up couples coaching because that seems pretty hot lately. People need it. I should just say a lot of people need it. So my stance has been no couples coaching because I want to move fast. And people often come into couples programs looking for a mediator to then fight and bicker. And then they spend all of their money to just fight in front of somebody instead of fighting alone. It's like hiring a referee, basically. Not really what I'm looking to do. But for those couples who are looking to come in, either do premarital coaching or early relationship coaching or just relationship boosting coaching, I'm thinking about that. So drop me a comment below if that's something you might be interested in. I'm really looking seriously at that. I am open to ideas from my community. Here's what I want really for the next year. I want to be more responsive to the community needs. I want to be more responsive to what you guys need next year. What you are looking for, please let me know. Those things when you guys write in and say, hey, Adam, could you do a video on this? Hey, Adam, what do you think about writing a book about this? Hey, Adam, what if you offered this? How could you add this to your course? I really do look at that, and I grab it and I take it to my team and I say, hey, here's this idea that came in. What do you guys think? Should we add a module to the course? My course is continuously expanding at this point. My attachment, it's just out of control. There's so much material being added into that attachment bootcamp course. It's not even funny. So I'll just warn you about that. But it's good stuff. Those modules get added in. Things can get added in. I can adjust that course to boost that. I can pump out a book. I know that we put out a poll across 3 different platforms and said, what's your biggest relationship challenge? What is the biggest thing you deal with in relationships that you can't deal with anymore? And people said overwhelmingly, fear of rejection. So we created the Fear of Rejection ebook, 5 steps to overcome your fear of rejection. That's available in my click the link down below, it'll open everything up. In the link tree, click that, you'll find it. Or on my About page. That'll also open it up over on the About page, a link tree in my About page. But fear of rejection, I built that because you guys told me we need this. And people are reading it saying, I can't believe I missed these things. I can't believe I didn't understand these. These are incredible. This is blowing my mind. I didn't realize this was leading my fear of rejection, and this is helping me finally put it to bed forever. That's also in there. So I want to be more responsive to what you guys need. Please keep letting me know. Please keep dropping me your comments. Send me that email, support@adamlanesmith.com. Comment on my platforms. I read those comments. Send me DMs. I read those. Let me know what is most helpful to you. I've found that people are really enjoying my live streams over on TikTok. I do like 6 of those a week. And as of this, if we're launching this, I think we're launching this on the Wednesday right before Black Friday. On Black Friday, so 2 days from now, I'm going to be streaming on a number of platforms all day long. Check me out on those different platforms. Over on TikTok, for example, I'll be streaming probably several hours. I'm at Attachment Bro over there. That fits me, right? At Attachment Bro over on TikTok. I'm thinking about streaming here on YouTube, so check me out. I'm going to try. I'm going to see if I can figure that one out. Streaming on YouTube, we'll figure it out. It'll probably be fun. But check me out on Black Friday. My live streams, I love them. It's an endless, rapid Q&A, rapid AMA. Ask me anything. Boom, 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 boom. And it has built such a fun community over there on TikTok. I want to do the same over here on YouTube. I'd love to do it everywhere. So those have really picked up steam. I would love to see you guys in there, or over here, or whatever works out. I would love to grow Instagram. We're really small on Instagram. So I'm at Attachment Adam. If anyone watching this feels like it, you can go follow me at Attachment Adam. We do a lot more written material over there, but I'm starting to do a lot of funny little reels. I posted some that crack me up. If I get an idea that cracks me up, I post a reel of it over there. So that's been fun. But the comments have just boomed over there and that. So check me out on Instagram at Attachment Adam. I'd love to see you over there as well. If you love carousels and written material and written instruction and written guides that you can save and hold on your phone and into your camera roll, Instagram's a really good place for stuff like that. You could form a whole thing and roll through it every day of attachment resources. So there is that. Now, I said at the beginning of this video that there was going to be a special announcement about a special attachment package just for Black Friday for this week. Today, as you're watching this, Thursday, tomorrow, it should be American Thanksgiving. I got to say American because a lot of my team is Canadian. Friday, Black Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Cyber Monday. It's going to be running this whole time up until Cyber Monday, the 28th, including the 28th. My special attachment bundle, Black Friday attachment special bundle. This is going to be 2 coaching sessions with me, plus a month inside my private community, plus my attachment bootcamp video course. Plus, you're going to get 2 live exclusive webinar Q&As with me. Now, when I did this before, very briefly on a flash sale in October, they were 1 hour. I intend to probably run these for about 2 hours, 2 hours each. And when you buy this bundle, you get in both of them. So that's up to 4 hours of live Q&A where you get to come in and ask every question about attachment, relationships, psychology, your relationships, get some micro coaching on the spot. Hey, what should I do about this circumstance? Hey, Adam, I watched your course or we did this. What should I do about this? You get inside my private community of 2 private group sessions, 2 exclusive group sessions every week where we discuss topics and people get help on their specific relationships. And the group runs 24/7. And you get those 2 coaching sessions with me, all for the price of 1.5 coaching sessions. It's $8.99. The whole package runs almost $3,000 of value. You're getting it for $8.99. This is a thank you to everybody who is super, super serious about your attachment and you want to build those great relationships heading into the winter months. What's really cool about this is you get that course, my video course in there. So you get the course, you watch the course. You can watch it again with somebody else. You can watch it again with a family member. You can watch it again with a partner. You can watch it with your sister at Thanksgiving. You can watch it with your sister at Christmas. You can watch it throughout these months as it gets worse and worse and colder and colder. You activate your month inside the private community. You go in there, you work with us inside there, and you work on the things you've learned from the course. Then you jump into my coaching and you say, Adam, I've got 2 coaching sessions. I've figured out exactly what I want to work on. These are the things that haven't got fixed from the course or the community. Here are these targeted things for my course, for my coaching that I want. And we work ahead of time to get things written down. So we go into those coaching sessions already with information in hand. And then you've got 2 exclusive live Q&A webinars where I'm not doing that anywhere else. You got to buy this product to get into those things. You got to at least buy my course. And that will take you right into it. This is going to be the big webinar where you get to join in with the other people who are serious and ask me those targeted questions right there. More and more and more and more help. And by the way, I will be adding those webinars into the course later on. So there's also a special running right now just for the course, $197. $197 for the course. You get a month inside the private community and you're going to get those webinars. You won't get access to them, but you will get the webinars themselves later on down the road. So if you want to ask the questions, you got to be in the webinar and buy the whole package, which for $899, that's nothing. It's not $899, less than $900, 2.5 coaching sessions. You can get that giant bundle. If you are serious about fixing your attachment, this is the time. It has never been more affordable. It has never been easier. Pick up that bundle, watch the course first, then jump into the community, then do the webinars, then do the coaching once everything else has been completed. We will overhaul your entire life. Let me know. I will work personally with you in multiple of those settings to get you going on your attachment. This is my thank you for everything you guys have done for me. Everything you guys have done to spread this work, everything you guys have done to feed my kids over this year. I am supporting myself entirely and feeding my 4 children and my wife entirely on my attachment work, entirely. So thank you for making that possible. I appreciate all the hard work you guys have done spreading this message. So many of you sharing this with your families, so many of you doing the hard work in your homes with your partner. Thank you so much for all that you guys are doing. And that's the message I want to end on. Thank you so much. I am so grateful to have you guys here. I am so grateful to be allowed to teach you. I am so grateful to have this knowledge and have gone through the experiences I've gone through to be able to help you. Thank you for helping me become the attachment specialist, the big attachment specialist who really has done the walk himself and done this guidance. Thank you for spreading the message. Thank you for giving other people hope. Thank you for doing the work yourself and making the world a better place. I appreciate you. Please make sure you pick up that bundle if this is your time. I'd love to work with you. Drop me a comment. Send me an email one more time, support@adamlanesmith.com. Send me those messages. Let's talk. I'd love, love, love to hear from you and your story of attachment. Thank you, and I will see you again very soon.